Hello, friends of the YouTubes. It is I, Duhad. I apologize for being a little bit muffled. I am recording this extraordinarily late at night due to the fact that I just finished work on the new update for low gravity, which will be going up along with this video. This was originally going to be a much smaller release because I spent half this month driving across the country, but last couple of days I really kind of went crazy and tried to make sure you guys got your money's worth, so this is actually a pretty big one. So just right off the bat, we now have rules for land vehicles. We have lists and more advanced rules for cybernetics. The entire book has been reformatted and organized so that it should be much easier to read and much easier to find things in. Like it is just like a much more professional layout. There are some new NPCs and characters. There are new land vehicle rules. I already said that. There's land vehicle NPCs that I created, though. There's a new company on Diggsy that goes along with the cybernetic stuff. And also hints at some larger plot stuff that'll come with the expansion. There are some new qualities and drawbacks, not a lot, but a couple that go along with some of the other new stuff. Some slight lore adjustments in general. I kind of tweaked a couple of things. And I am very pleased to present a brand new Sanity Mechanic. It's an optional mechanic, but you can now play with the ability to, kind of do a whole Call of Cthulhu, slowly losing your mind bit that kind of penalizes psionics because they're a little bit powerful right now. I actually kind of like where they are, but it gives a little bit of more of a drawback to being psionic. It decentivizes teammate killing because whether or not you like your teammates, if they die, you will lose a relatively limited pool of sanity. It's not like a huge heavy-handed thing, not like a World of Darkness humanity meter, but it's enough there that if you want to run a game about people slowly losing their minds in a really tense situation, circumstance, killing and eating your teammates can have a mechanical effect on the general stability of the character. There's also been some rewrites to a few of the basic attributes, mostly just changing some of the names and stuff, making them a little bit more fluffy. I kind of wanted to get the whole game to have more of a fun tone. Like I replaced dexterity with hand-eye. I replaced strength with muscles. Muscle, basically just stuff to make the whole thing feel a little bit less generic role-playing, a little more, flavorful for the setting. But the big thing is that with everything that I actually added in this update, we are now officially basically the end of major new features. I know I kind of said something like that last time, but this is genuinely about there. What I'm going to be adding hopefully in the next update or two will be important NPCs for boss level characters and assassins and all sorts of crazy fun stuff like that. A bunch of little tweaks and rewrites to a lot of the more dry rules and stuff, make it a little more fun to read, a little bit more easy to read. I want to add in a bunch of lore bits. I've now broken the whole thing up into a few more chapters. I want to introduce each chapter with a small lore, with a little short story set in the universe, kind of get a little bit of a feel for the universe in there, as well as do that whole thing I really need to just get around to, which is, what is role playing, what are dice, basic example of role playing, etc., etc. All the basic kind of tutorial stuff that someone who is not an avid fan of Let's Role Play or who has not played a role playing game before would might not have as easy a time intuitively grasping. So that's something that probably needs to happen. After that, it's mostly just off to Bleal to get the Arden, and then I will be. Well, that's happening. I'm going to be writing that Actually, I'm going back and forth now on whether or not I want to make the expansion like an actual expansion or make it a part of the book that's just kind of like a turn to the next like section, GMs only, maybe, question mark, check it out. I might actually do that, just make it a better value. I think the book's actually getting to the point now where it's actually kind of pretty good value for money, honestly. But I still, I don't feel right, you know, I feel weird selling like just a setting book. So I want to I might just put it in with the main book, and then I'll start working on the fantasy thing, which I have so many plans for. But you'll like some of the stuff I got for the Frontier and the Federation. Very different styles of game. So yeah, no. Big update. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think about the game. Any feedback on any of the new mechanics, any of the old mechanics. The Let's Roleplay Low Gravity campaign is coming up soon. Oh, I should reiterate. One of the other things that was changed is it is no longer Low Gravity, the Ragamuffins role-playing game, but the Ragamuffins role-playing game, and then it's like a low gravity system game. Like I've decided low gravity is the name of the system. The Ragamuffins role-playing game is the name of this particular book. Like it's gone, basically by this point, it is fully moved past being generic fantasy, generic sci-fi setting, that I'm also just kind of using the lore and setting of the comic that me and Belio are working on as a placeholder for to just genuinely being, this is the low gravity universe role-playing game. Fuck it, it's official. Like as if it wasn't before, but like it is now. Just it's straight up. It's the Ragamuffins role-playing game. But I'm still going this system low gravity because I still like that name, and I think I don't know. It's grown on me. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy. Link in the boop boop, and see you all soon. Bye bye.